What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome to a live version of Right Body for You. Of course, they're always live. Some are just recorded live and then played later, but this one is live currently with you right now. And you know what? I've missed it. I've missed the weekly talking to you, being with you, talking. I said talking. You know what I mean. Chatting. There's another word with you guys. So welcome to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle, your host. Welcome to a different kind of radio show. One thing I never mention enough is Right Body for You is a book, okay? Right Body for You is first a division of Access Consciousness, but it's also a book. And it's this amazing book of potent tools and techniques that you can implement right now to help you get clarity about your body, talk to your body, all of that kind of fun stuff. So I am actually doing a 14-week book club. 14 weeks in a row, 14 different chapters of the book club, or the Right Body for You book. We're only in week 2, so there's plenty of time to join because you can watch the replay. And here's the best part, it's free. All you have to do is have the book and read the book. And then each week we discuss the book. And I tell you what, we're 2 chapters in, and holy crap, I'm even surprising myself. I get off and I'm like, I think I'm fried. That was some pretty cool things. And right now we have almost 800 people signed up for this. What's really neat about this is right now 800 people have made that demand of, I'm going to choose more for me, more for my body, more for possibility, more for life, more for consciousness. And as everybody is reading the book, whether for the first time or again, or for the billionth time, the energy that is creating is changing the world. It's actually quite palpable, this thing that we're creating. So please, 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 please check it out. I believe it's still on the website, DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com. But if it is not, please feel free to go to Right Body for on Facebook. Sorry, there's the medium, Facebook. Right Body for You Book Club, Chapter 1, and it has all the information in there you need, how to sign up, and then it goes from there. Okay, so please check it out. Because like I said, it's free. You just have the book, read the book, and then we discuss the book. It is pretty fun. I'm having so much fun with it, so I wanted to invite you to it before I get off on the tangent of creating the future or perceiving it or being aware of it. Okay? All right, so thank you for that. And just a reminder, Right Body for You is different than any body. I don't even want to say program, but information about bodies, it's different than anything I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot. You know, did my mother's radio show with her health talk radio show for almost 27 years, right? You know, and it was Devana's Health and Wellness. One of them was even called Body Talk. Another one was, I can't remember. But it was always on this health. It was centered on bodies. And Right Body for You and Access Consciousness was the first thing for me that ever came along and said, hey, what if you asked your body what it would like to eat? And it was like that record scratch of like, what? Ask the body what it would like to eat? Well, that's just crazy. I'm supposed to be telling the body what to do and how to do it. What do you mean? Take the body into account. And I tell you what, just that one thing changed everything for me. Okay? It was, it's including my body, even just asking it what it would like to eat, what it would like to wear, who it would want to sleep with, or anything like that. Just that has changed every aspect of my life. And what's interesting is one of the places that it changed my life that one might not expect is my awareness, my ability to perceive things or be psychic. Anything you want to, any words you want to put to it. I did not think, there I go thinking again, but I did not think that me including my body, asking my body what it would like to eat, would actually create more awareness in my life, okay? Which is why we're talking about this today, because your body is one of the most amazing awareness tools of awareness that you have, okay? It's constantly giving you information for, yes, what's going on for it, what's going on for you, but also what's going on for the world and other bodies around you, okay? So when you're not doing this communication with your body, when you're not including your body into the computation of things, you're actually cutting off awarenesses of what is actually possible, okay? So this is something I did not expect. When I first started talking to my body, I figured, maybe I'll feel better. I might lose some weight or, but that's about it. Maybe I won't get indigestion as much if I'm actually eating what my body tells me to or that kind of stuff. I didn't expect my money to change. I didn't expect my awareness to increase. I didn't expect to judge myself less. It was really interesting. So this is what we're talking about today, that with, do you create your future or do you perceive it? Are you aware of it? This is a topic I've actually been mulling around a lot since, probably birth. It's like, how often do you say, I knew that was going to happen? You're right, you did. And I like to take it a little bit further and go, I knew that was going to happen. Cool. Did I create it? Or did I just know it? Okay. And remember, the knowing we're talking about is, as an infinite being, you perceive, you know, you be, and you receive. Okay. That's who you are as an infinite being. So with this knowing, it's like, have you ever taken a test and it's a multiple choice and it's like, which of these 4 things best describe a 90-degree angle of a circle or something? I don't know, right? And you go, so you ask the question, which one of these below describes this best? And you go B, and you just knew it. It was the first thing that came up. And then you go to try to figuring it out. It was like, okay, I remember the day Mrs. Smith was talking about that. She wrote this on the blackboard, and then it was here, and I remembered because Tommy kind of smelled bad that day, and I forgot to take my notes. So I took a few notes, but I didn't write everything. We start going into this, thinking about it, trying to figure out what we already knew. And sometimes you go through all of those thought processes, and it's still B. I knew it was B. I should have just not wasted the past 5 minutes and gone with B. Sure. And sometimes you doubt yourself and you go, no, it's C. And then when the test comes back, it was B. You're like, crap, I knew it. Okay? That's that knowing that we're talking about, that first instantaneous thing that comes up. You ask a question, you are aware and perceive the response, the answer, whatever it is. Okay? So as an infinite being, you perceive, you be, you know, you perceive, know, be, and receive. Okay? And what's interesting about the word perceive is 10-second increments. It's like, with this choice in place, what is the future creating? Okay, what kind of future am I creating? Is it, a happy one? Is it a sad one? Is it one where I'll get, trip or, whatever it is? So it's like, and perceiving is fluid. That's one thing I really want to get across to you guys here. Perceiving is fluid because the future is not solid. I know I'm mirroring almost every sci-fi movie you guys have ever seen or will see. the future is fluid, and that's why when you can perceive it, but then you can't be locked into it because it can shift and change. Okay? Say like you perceive a future where you're going to trip and fall over a turned up rug. Okay, 10-second increment. Say between now and then, somebody comes through and fixes the rug, and so you don't trip. Were you wrong in perceiving the future, or did the future already change? You know, this is one thing that I really see people do is doubt themselves. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. And it's like, well, what if you did and it already changed? So how many futures did you become aware of? Did you perceive that changed, and so you doubted your own capacity for awareness? Everything that is, story and uncreated, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, football, on nine shirts, boys, and beyond. Which is an example of the access consciousness, easy for me to say today, access consciousness verbal processing. Basically, you just have to say, yes, I am willing to choose something different. I am willing to not judge the crap out of myself. And then we say the clearing statement and helps that energy to shift and change. If you haven't heard the verbal processing of access consciousness and experienced the clearing statement before, please go to theclearingstatement.com for a full detailed explanation. They can give you all the information, but the great thing is you don't have to know it cognitively for it to work. You just have to be willing. Okay, so here we are. We're making choices. We're going throughout the day. We're creating things. We're going into what is this life going to be like? What am I going to do with this? And then we look to the past and we're like, oh, I knew that. I didn't know that. Or how come I didn't know that? And all of those fun things. So it's like, what part, is it creation or is it perceiving it? Okay. This is a question I've actually pondered a really, really long time. I've asked Gary, I've asked Dane, I've asked myself. I've looked at it. I've used the light heavy tool. What is, light heavy? What is true for you makes you feel light. What is heavy for you is a lie, or a lie you're trying to buy. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick little break. And when we come back, I'm going to share with you a few of the things that as I've been playing with this, am I creating this future or am I aware of this future? Am I perceiving it? What some of my fun aha moments and what I've discovered for myself and for others, okay? All right, this is Donnielle. This is Right Body View. We are on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
What if there's nothing wrong with you? What if you're far greater than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if it's time to know the gift and the contribution you are to the world and to like yourself a lot more? Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago, I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. Asking questions opens doors to infinite possibilities. And it's not about finding the answer. It's about being the question. Always. What I'm inviting you to step into is something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Newton, Da Vinci, Gandhi, Picasso, and Aristotle all knew to be true. What if no question is too big or too small? What if anything is possible for you? What if together we could create a kinder, gentler, happier world? Is now the time? Go to beingyouclass.com and sign up for a free video series, My Gift to You. beingyouclass.com. What if you, truly being you, are the gift and change this world requires? beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle. Welcome to a different type of radio show. As a matter of fact, a different type of radio show about bodies. Because today we're talking about future, perceiving it, creating it. What does that have to do with bodies? You tuned in to listen to things about bodies. I'll tell you what it has to do about bodies. Your bodies is one of your greatest tools of awareness. It's constantly giving you information. Okay? So can it let you know the future? Absolutely. Can it let you know different possibilities? Absolutely. Okay? So do you create your future or do you perceive your future? And I like what I wrote here. It says, is there a difference? Does it matter? And how can you use this to your advantage? All right, so let's say, and I used to do this a lot with my mother because we used to drive a lot between Arizona and Utah. I don't know why, I can't remember, but we did. So let's say you're in a car ride, okay? And all of a sudden you perceive, you're like, I think there are police up ahead. Okay. So you say, I think there's a police up ahead. You better slow down so you don't get a ticket. Okay. So are you perceiving the future or are you creating the future? So let's say my mom goes around the corner and, oh, look, there's a cop. Oh, and she gets a ticket. Did you create that future? Did you perceive that future? And here's the thing. It's not black or white. It's not a simple, well, yes, you knew your mother was going to get a ticket, so you were just aware of the future. What if it's kind of a combination of both? You might have heard me say, don't ever come to conclusion, don't ever come to don't ever come to, please do possibilities. Don't come to conclusion, don't come to a decision, don't come to a judgment. Okay, so let's look at this again. You're in the car ride. You go, oh my gosh, there's cops up ahead. Okay. That part is you're aware of something. You perceive something. You know, the energy that the cops are going, ha 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 ha. I am on this dusty freeway between Phoenix and Salt Lake City, and I can't wait for somebody to come around the corner speeding, and then I can give them a ticket. Not that cops are bad. It's just, anybody else encountered that in the middle of nowhere? You know what they're doing. They're waiting for you. So they project out this energy. So you, with your body, as an amazing, infinite, aware being with an aware body, pick up that energy. And you're like, oh my gosh, future, cop, coming. I perceive it. It's around there. It's corner. I get it. Cop. Okay. So you perceive it. Here's the next part. You better slow down or you're going to get a ticket. Okay. Here's where it kind of gets tricky. Getting a ticket is the conclusion of a future possibility. So if I say that to, my mother, it embeds something into her universe that she either has to create it or overcome it. Okay? Look at this. Oh my gosh, Mom, there's cops ahead. You better slow down so you don't get a ticket. What does my mother do? Oh, okay. So my choices are get a ticket or not get a ticket. So how do I not create the ticket? Slow down. I hope I slow down in time. Oh no, or it's too late. There they are. Oh, they got me. Which they might not have gotten them, right? because there's always more possibilities. It could have been you guys were so infinite that the cop didn't even see you as you drove by, or the cop was looking down at that time and didn't see you and it went, oh, only 7 miles over, that doesn't matter. I'm going to wait for the faster person. Okay? There's so many different possibilities with that. So when you say something like, oh my gosh, there's cops ahead, perceiving, aware, slow down so you don't get a ticket, conclusion that getting a ticket or not getting a ticket are the only two future possibilities. So in that circumstance, it's like, what did you create as a future that wasn't even necessarily required or in the future already? It's like if you had just sat up and went, oh my gosh, Mom, there's cops ahead. She would have been like, could have been like, okay, thanks. And left it at that, and then you guys went on your merry way. So when you look at this, it's like you want to become aware of where you're creating the conclusion of a future or limited possibilities of a future. Because like I said, in this circumstance, it's like, well, you're either getting a ticket or not getting a ticket. No, there are lots more scenarios that it could be. The cop gets bored and wanders off, or the cop pulls you over and you talk him out of it. But if you go, oh, he got me, I'm going to get a ticket, chances are he's going to walk up and go, huh, ticket. Okay? So one of my favorite tools, what part of this awareness, what part of this is judgment, or even to expand it, what part of this is conclusion? Okay? Awareness or perceiving, cops are ahead. Creation of the future, you may get a speeding ticket, and then they have to create the speeding ticket or overcome it. And remember, guys, the only way you can overcome something is if you've agreed and decided and judged that that is what is going to occur. Okay? So either way, you're impelling and putting into your universe that the ticket is the outcome. Okay? Ticket is the outcome. I'm going to get it, or ticket is the outcome, but I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to slow down, or I'm going to get behind this car so they see that car and not me, or whatever it is. It puts people in, including yourself, into this alignment or agreement with future. So how many futures have you guys created out of conclusion instead of question? Everything that is, destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, with clock, all night, short, boys, and beyonds. Okay? So, instead in the circumstance, it could have been like, hey, so cops are ahead. What are the infinite possibilities for the situation here? Not even, what would it take to get out of the ticket? Because, again, you still have that conclusion that the ticket is the outcome. So when you're asking questions about this or anything, please be aware if you have a conclusion hidden in that question. I mean, if the cop is standing in front of you, you're like, what would it take to get out of this ticket? Chances are that's not a conclusion. It's just he's writing something. It's a ticket. What's the chance of getting, what would it take to get out of this? But if you haven't even seen the cop yet and you're asking, what would it take to not get a ticket? Okay. Conclusion. Because remember, excuse me, remember as we are talking about, at the beginning when we were talking about that cop sitting there, what energy is a cop putting out? The cop is putting out, oh, here's my job. My job today is to give people who are speeding tickets. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait for somebody coming super fast around the corner. This is a good hiding spot. Then I'm going to flip on my lights and speed off. And, I always kind of like this, flipping on my lights and speeding off. It's a nice little adrenaline rush. So I can't wait for the next person to come around the corner speeding, and then I get to give them a ticket. So stay tuned. Let's find out. This person, nope, they're going slow. This person, nope, they're doing the speed limit, So he puts out this energy, okay? So when you ask questions like, I haven't seen the cop yet, but what would it take to not get a ticket? What energy are you putting out? might not your energy of what would it take to not get a ticket. And remember, you can only work to overcome something you've already concluded is going to happen. So what happens? You go with the energy. What would it take to not get a ticket? Ticket, 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 ticket. Trouble, neon sign. I'm doing something wrong. That goes bloop, 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 to the cop who goes, oh, I think something's coming. Because cops are aware too. They're people. Their bodies are aware as well. And so they go, oh, I'm on alert because it feels like something's coming. Oh, look, they're doing 87 and an 80. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get them. Because the energy matches. Okay? You get that? If you haven't even seen the cop yet, and you're asking what would it take to get out of this ticket, what are you asking for? To get a ticket to overcome to not getting it. So how many futures have you created out of conclusion and I will overcome it instead of questions? Okay? So everything that is, would you guys be willing to destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, buckle, my shirts, boys, and beyond. You guys should see the chat room. It's hilarious. If you've never joined us in the chat room, please do. Sorry, Carol just made me laugh. Please do. Go to a2zen.fm and join in the chat room. You can ask questions. You can make comments. They're swearing at me a little bit here. They're like, sweet mother of God. Ding, ding, ding. So it's pretty funny. And like Keisha says, and the cops are super attuned to that resistance energy. They are. Because you know how often some of the best bad guys out there in the world don't have a Christine, Mother of God, Mother of Mary. Maybe can we have another? Yes, after the break. But yes, cops are attuned to this because some of the most successful, quote unquote, criminals or bad guys or whatever you want to call them, I have a different opinion about what that is, are people who really don't have a point of view about what they're doing is wrong. Because when you have that energy of, I'm doing wrong, but don't look at me. I'm trying to be secret. What does that do? It makes everybody go, what's going on over there? Something smells energetically. So what is that? What you doing? You know, how many little kids, how many mothers and fathers on this call or people who were ever kids have gone, I think my kid's up to something. You know this because your child or when you were a child were going, I'm going to get this cookie and I'm not going to tell my mom. Mom, don't come see me. Of course, what energy you put out? I'm getting a cookie, Mom. You know, and all that kind of stuff. So when you are living your life and creating your future, because you create your future every second, every moment, every choice is creating a future. So what future are you creating with the choices you're choosing? And it will allow you to have clarity and ease with that. Destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, online shorts, boys, and beyond. All right, we're going to take another quick little break. When we come back, I have a story about a young lady who wanted to receive a bonus, and which is kind of interesting how that all came up and what the future, whether the future creation or perceiving or any of all of that, okay? So we'll talk about that when we get back. This is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You on a2zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on a2zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. Excuse me. I was on our dear friend Susie Godsey's radio show this morning talking about animals and bodies, and I think I got a hairball that I haven't exactly been able to get rid of. So excuse me while I try to clear the hairball. All right, so let me remind you guys about the book club. I am so excited about this book club. I am anxious for everybody to join. What kind of future can we create with all of us choosing different with our bodies, choosing something else? Just even reading this material, like I said it's palpable. The energy that is possible, that is being created with over almost 800 people reading the Right Body for You book, and then joining in on the conversations about it. And something I forgot to mention earlier is it is videoed. It's a Zoom event. And so you guys can actually see me and I get to see you, which is really kind of fun because I'm told that my expressions tends to be half of the humor. So check it out. You can go to the Facebook group, Right Body for You Book Club, Chapter 1, because I don't think it's on DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com anymore. But in case it isn't, you can always go to Facebook, Right Body for You. And I'm told it's not. So go to Facebook, Right Body for You Book Club, Chapter 1, and it still has the link so you can sign up. Because the only prereqs are have the book, read the book, and sign up so you can get the information. So please check it out. We're having so much fun on it. And it's just like this chat room on A to Zen, except I get to see you guys too, and you get to see me, which is really kind of fun. So, that I get to see you guys and actually make faces at you guys. So, we're only 2 weeks in, 14 weeks in a row, 14 chapters. Check it out. All right, so. And here's something interesting. As we're talking about creating the future or perceiving the future, what was interesting is I'll use this book club as an example. Yeah, I'll get to the $2,000 example here in a minute. But here's something interesting with this whole book club. So, I was talking with Leah, who is helping me coordinate things. She's my babysitter, just don't tell her. And we were talking about this, and they're like, okay, so do we charge for the club? It's like, okay, the book club feels like to do, cool. Do we charge for the book club, or do we do the book club for free? And so what did we do? If we have this capacity to perceive the future with choices in place, what did we do? We're like, okay, so if we charge for the book club, what will the future be like? In 5 years, 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, okay? And you're just copying an energetic feel. See what it feels like, what the future is like with this choice of charging for the book club in place. And I was like, it's okay. It's not bad. See, that's the thing in this scenario. It's not like one is bad and then the other is good. And that's the obvious thing. It's like if it's bad, obviously I'm not going to choose that. It's not always that black and white, which I know where a lot of people get confused about. Okay. So we looked at the energy of charging for the book club. It was like, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, that's pretty good, whatever. And then we're like, okay, so if we don't charge for the book club, what will the future be like in that place? What will the future be like for that? And it literally exploded, not in the way of like exploding and the earth is gone, but exploding as in got huge and massive and so light. I swear it was almost like in one of those Disney films when that golden energy comes up and surrounds you and just like twists you up. And I may be thinking of Beauty and the Beast when the whole energy goes woo, and then he comes down and he's the person instead of the beast. But you get the visual of where I'm going with this. So I'm like, whoa, okay. To create the future is to not charge for the book club. Now, let me point out a couple of things about these questions. I said the future, okay? I didn't just include my future in this. I mean, a lot of people, will this create my future? Sure, that's not a bad question at all. It's actually a very good question. And I asked in this circumstance, will it create the future, which I am a part of that, but also you guys. And everybody in the chat room, and everybody I haven't even talked to yet. It could be 10 years down the road. But when I said, will it create the future, I include me and everybody else. Sometimes will it create my future is a more correct sentence or correct question for the time. But for this time, it was to be more inclusive of everybody. Will it create the future? And I tell you what, just 2 weeks in, woohoo! And you notice I didn't say, will it create a better future with bodies? Didn't ask that. Will it create a future where people enjoy their bodies? Didn't ask that. Will it create a future of more consciousness? Will it create a future of more money? Will it create a future? I didn't ask for any specifics because in this circumstance, again, you want to look at the energy of it all. In this circumstance, if I had put any stipulations onto it, I would have limited what was possible. That's that conclusion energy again, okay? I mean, because we have questions like, if I buy you, will you make me more money? Cool. That's a great question to create that future. And that's new, and it's a very appropriate question then. But with this, I needed to be more general, more of a broad, wide spectrum of things, okay? So what am I saying? There's a different question for each scenario. So, which is why I'm really asking you guys to look at the energies of how you're speaking, what you're saying, what questions you're using, and when you're using them. Because yes, if I buy you, will you make me more money? Valid question, appropriate question for the time. Book club, if I do you for free, will you make me more money? Do you guys get the difference in the energy there? When I asked that question, it was like a little bleep. Instead of, if I do the book club for free, will it create the future? It's this huge thing, okay? So please become aware of the energies that you're working with, you're manipulating, so you can actually get some clarity about whatever it is that's going on, okay? And I'm talking about this a lot in this, are you creating the future or perceiving the future? Because I'll quote Gary Douglas here, founder of Access Consciousness. And this one's going to blow your mind gasket a little bit here. But he said, the future is not knowable, it is only creatable. Okay? So, why does he say that? Why do we say it's not knowable, it's only creatable? Right? So, the future is fluid. Okay? And when you have a choice in place, ripples go out. But you're not the only one making choices. You're not the only one doing things. And so as our ripples intersect, as our ripples go forward, this is when it is, it's in these moments that it shifts and changes creation, okay? And the future will change, which is why the future is not knowable. It's like, oh, that will happen for sure, but kablam! And no, I've never known a future for sure to happen. As a matter of fact, I've never even known a past for sure to happen. One thing I know, and I've experienced with these access consciousness verbal processing, is the past changes. I have seen amazing things. I have come home from a day of class to a hotel room, and the bolted down pictures on the wall are on different walls. I'm just like, that picture was over there, and that picture was over there, and there wasn't a picture there. Because the past changes also when we do these pod talks, okay? So this is why we're saying the future's not knowable, it's only creatable. You can perceive it. Kind of like when I asked the question, will this create the future? I could perceive it did. I didn't have an idea of what it would be. I don't know. It could have created the destruction of the earth. I don't know that. But all I got is it created the future. And Katrina asked here, I'm a bit confused. Every choice creates a future. You asked, will this create the future? Yes. So when I asked that, will it create the future? It's just any future. And that's kind of what I was just leading into. I didn't ask for a specific future, but I just asked for, will it create the future? Whatever that may be. Okay? So whether you're saying, will it create a future? Sure, there's always a future out there. And will it create the future? Sure, there's always a future out there. Okay? So look at it and see what words actually work for you. Okay? And because for me, when I say, will it create a future? For me, the energy goes, well, of course, the future is always out there. But will it create the future? Whatever that may be. And again, I don't have any conclusion about what that future might be. Who knows? Doing the book club for free may destroy the earth. I have no idea. But it felt light and expansive. And so that's the direction we're going. I don't actually get that it would destroy the earth. Let me just avail that thought process out there. But it is, yes, Patricia, got it, staying out of conclusion. Exactly. Okay, so we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, Keisha, I will address your question. We're going to take our next quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Keisha's question, and maybe we'll talk about the $2,000 thing. Oh, and before I forget, please, the Right Body for You workshop is in Seattle this weekend. Still plenty of time for you guys to join me. We're going to have fun. Seattle's a fun place. We have a fun group of people coming. 2.5 days talking about what is possible for bodies, for you. We talk a lot about, in the workshops, we talk a lot about the energy of the words. Kind of notice I have a thing with that. What words are you using, energy behind it, okay? The dates are July 15th through the 18th in Seattle. And for that one, I know you can go to DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com and sign up and get more information and see the future dates. I think the one after that is in Toronto, so check it out. All right, this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week, you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
When you're pondering the big questions like, is there more than this? How can I have a happy relationship? What would it take to like my body? And how do I make more money? Where do you go for information and tools? Check out the online store at accessconsciousness.com. Accessconsciousness.com has books, DVDs, instant video and audio downloads, online classes, and so much more. Subjects include abuse, changing your body, recovery, raising children, business techniques, tools to generate more money, how to have better sex and healthier relationships, just to name a few. At accessconsciousness.com, you can also find facilitators who teach local classes on a variety of subjects. Accessconsciousness.com, your one-stop shop for tools to assist you in changing your life. All of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Go to accessconsciousness.com to learn more.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am Donnielle, and I had a question, I received a question. The Seattle Right Body for You workshop dates are July 15th through the 18th, and Toronto is September 16th through the 19th. So hope you guys can join us. So right before we went, Keisha asked in the chat room, what about a future that matches what I truly desire? Because today we're talking about, do you create your future or do you perceive your future, okay? So, yes, plus Toronto is live streamed. Woo! This is the chat room in action. Okay, so what about a future that matches what I truly desire? Cool. If that question works for you, great. Just one thing. Don't come to conclusion about what that future that you desire is. Why I say that is the future I desired 6 months ago, infinitely different than the future I desire today. Okay? So a future that matches what I truly desire, great, but don't come to conclusion what that desired future is, because then you won't allow it to change and evolve into possibly something greater than you can even possibly imagine right now. Because over 8 years ago, when I started with Access Consciousness, this was not the future I desired for myself. Traveling the world and facilitating classes, talking on the radio. Are you kidding me? I could not have even imagined that. I was taking care of my dying grandparents. I was a promotion manager for a TV station. I was adamantly against being in front of people talking on the radio or in front of cameras. I could not have imagined 8.5 years ago the future I have now. So what about a future that matches what I truly desire? Cool. But be willing to be in question about what that future actually is that you desire, because it's going to change. Cool. So I don't think we have time for the $2,000 thing, but that's okay. It was just this girl who went, I will be validated when I get a $2,000 bonus, and then flashed to a couple years later where the boss goes, all right, well, I'm going to give you a bonus $2,000. And she was like elated, yay! And then, of course, because she's humanoid, went, if I had asked for $3,000 5 years ago or whatever when I first asked that question, would I have gotten $3,000? Wait a minute, was I aware of the future or was I creating the future? That kind of thing. And so from, the talking in the show today, I would say a combination of both, of aware of a possibility and What did the person ask the universe for? $2,000. What did she get? $2,000. And this is what I'm talking about. Don't come to conclusion about what that future might be. Because when you come to conclusion, you actually limit what is possible. With this woman, she limited, granted $2,000. Woohoo! Yay! How's it get better than that? And what if she had been open up to more money? Would she have received more money than $2,000? Very possibly. Okay? So, when you're looking to the future, when you're asking questions, please be aware of the energy behind the questions. Like that example we talked a lot about today. There's a cop up ahead. Hope I don't get a speeding ticket. Cop up ahead. Awareness, perceiving of the future. Hope I don't get a ticket. Conclusion, and creating a future where getting a ticket or not getting a ticket are the only possibilities. Okay? When you conclude, you limit your future. So in this, do you create the future or do you perceive the future? It's no black and white. But what future are you creating with the conclusions you are choosing? If you had no conclusions, what is possible for the future? Everything. Okay? When you have no conclusions, everything in the future is possible. Everything today is possible. What's interesting about that, if you look at it, the energy, when you have no conclusions, the future stops being a future thing. The future is actually now as well, because you don't have the conclusion that the future is tomorrow. The future is this second, in this second, in this second, in this second. Okay? When you have no conclusions, everything becomes possible. Okay? All right, so check out the book club. Go to Facebook, Buddy for You Book Club Chapter 1 is the full event title, and it gives you all the information in there. 14 weeks, 14 chapters, only prereq, have the book, have the book, read the book, and then we'll go through the book each week. We're 2 weeks in. There are replays, video replays, as well as MP3 replays, so you can catch up easy peasy. And I do hope some of you join me this weekend in Seattle. It's going to be fun to be back in Seattle and have a good time there. And it'll be an adventure. I'm kind of excited about that. And then I have other work. That's the 15th through the 18th of July. And then the next Right Body for You workshop is September 16th through the 19th in Toronto, and it is also live streamed. And then from there, I think it's into November, which is Rome, London, Vienna, Dubai, India, all those kind of fun places as well. So please check it out. And I do get a lot of questions if I do private sessions. Like if you have a question that you maybe don't want to talk on the radio with, or we ran out of time or something, please, let me know. I do private sessions. If you want more information about that, please email me at Donnielle at accessconsciousness.com, DONIELLE at accessconsciousness.com. And to find a list of all my upcoming classes, DonnielleCarter.accessconsciousness.com. And please do check out the archives of A to Zen.fm. I have a lot of shows, a year and a half or coming up on 2 years, I don't know, of archive shows that there's a lot of information. Please feel free and enjoy all of it, because I do. There's one thing is, I usually have a good time. When I have a good time, you guys get to laugh with me. All right, so make it a happy week. Make it a fun week. Be back next week, because I will be, and enjoy your body, because you know what? It's enjoying you. All right, everyone. Remember, no conclusions. Thanks, everyone. Have a good week.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.